this is how karma works. When it comes to Buddhism, karma has always been one of those things that I think is very misunderstood because it's taught wrong. How Buddhism, the way that I understand it is taught is that you inherit your karma. If, Aubrey, me, if I'm mean to Jacob, if I steal from him, I will be reborn as George, and I will be stolen from. And I don't think it works that way. This is how I think it works. And in order to really understand this, you have to have realized your true nature. And that true nature means that ultimately you are everything. You are you. You are everyone else, every sentient being. You are everything, past, present, future. Your existence is whole. Your true self, your true nature is full. Whether it's infinite or finite or not isn't important. And so once you realize your true self, your true nature, you realize that you are everyone and everything. Your true self is timeless. Time doesn't matter. Past, present, future. So I do not believe that you inherit your karma. This is the way that I believe in it. This is the way that I believe karma works. This is the way I think karma works. Why would the Buddha have taught that you should be morally good to every other being that there is, to everything that there is? Why should you not cause suffering? So why should I not do something morally wrong to Jacob and cause Jacob to suffer? I believe it is because one day you will be Jacob. If you really look at the world, you are going to be everybody. Your true self is timeless. And so, even though your existence is whole and your true self is full and you are everyone and everything, past, present, future, because ultimately the illusion is that the future and past do not exist. There is only the present. They're all connected. Even though your existence is full, your experience is singular. That is what being stuck in samsara is being stuck in a singular experience. For instance, right now, I only experience me. And so your experience is very singular. You are, right now I am Aubrey, I am me. My next experience is going to be Jacob. Or my next experience will be the dog that you kicked that day. Ultimately, you will be everything and everyone. The samsara system, existence itself, is experienced singularly. And the Buddha taught the release from this system. But unless you are released from this system, okay, and ultimately when you become released from the system, you won't want to be immoral at all, because you will have realized your experience is everyone. Your experience will then also be full. You need to be moral to everyone else. You need to not cause suffering in the world. Because ultimately you are going to be everyone and everything throughout time. So if you think in your head about the past, you can be anyone in the past. And think about all of the suffering that's gone on in the past. You're going to be every one of those people. But that doesn't mean you are doomed to suffer. That does not mean you are doomed to cause suffering. It means every time you relive that life, you have an opportunity to change it. Yeah, maybe now I caused suffering for Jacob. And yeah, one day I'm going to be Jacob and I'm going to experience that suffering. But one day it's very possible that you are going to be you again. I'm going to be Aubrey again. And maybe this time I can be different and I won't cause Jacob suffering. So that when I do become Jacob again, I won't suffer. Every time you relive a new experience, you have an opportunity to change it. But don't think that you inherit it. Like, oh, I was evil or I was bad or I caused suffering for Jacob. But I'm going to be reborn as George, and maybe those bad things will happen to me or maybe not. That's not how it happens. You are going to be Jacob one day, and you are going to experience his suffering. But when you're Jacob, are you going to cause more suffering? No. Even among your suffering, you are going to not cause suffering. If in that life you live a way that is going to help you cause less suffering for yourself. That is what realizing the true self is. And that's what I think a part of enlightenment is learning that, is understanding that every step that you take, every experience that you have in your wholesome existence, every singular experience that you have an opportunity to cause less suffering for yourself.